Anyway, guys, I want to focus on this cast now. So we have Lyx playing as Sicilians here in the red trunks. And on the other side, we have T90 playing in the blue trunks as Tatars. Okay, both scouts HP are 15 HP. And if I'm thinking about Tatars against Sicilians, I see Cav Archer from Tatars in Castle Age. And I really struggle to see how, as Sicilians, you can really deal against that, right? So the Fuel Age is going to be of an extreme importance as the Sicilian player. But then again, Sicilians is also not really known to be extremely offensive, right? They have the advantage of getting much more food onto their farms if they're going for the farm upgrades, right? So that's why most of the time you see Sicilians going for Horse Color right away in Fuel Age to get that boost there. However, something which Sicilians really have an advantage of is that they're taking, if I'm not mistaken, minus 50% of the bonus damage, which is usually done by a unit, is reduced. So, for example, a skirm. If a skirm hits the Sicilian archer or whatever unit, yeah, archer or skirm, for example, it will not take as much damage as it usually does if you were a different civilization, right? And that's also one of the reasons why with Sicilians you can do good 2 archer range plays, right? Because if your opponent does the same, you will win, just because your units are stronger. Good, guys. We see Lyx going for a very, very, very standardized build here. He's just going for scouts. Going for horse color. Wood upgrade. And that's exactly what I was kind of anticipating. We have the militia coming in here. And yeah, T90, he found Lyx rather fast, I would say. So on Land Madness, sometimes you can do even crazier things here. Very nice quick walls by Lyx. These man-at-arms are not going to be too successful in dealing any damage here. And this is also a small mistake by Lyx. In these situations, you want to ensure that the villagers, which are on the last sheep, are getting a shift queued to the surrounding woodlines, right? That saves you, in most cases, around 20 or 30 wood, which is definitely helpful. I'm not gonna have to check, but we'll check it anyway, because I'm a professional caster. T90, he will have an archer range. Oh, here's an archer range, yeah. He's going for the classy man-at-arm into archer build. And he has walled himself here. And I think that's going to be very, very... It could be very problematic for Lyx here, due to the fact that he will not be able to deal any damage here. Because T90 has really nicely quick-walled here, right? So that's not gonna happen. And with the man-at-arms here... Oh, there's a donjon coming in for Lyx. I'm wondering, guys, what Lyx is really planning to do here. He gets a confirmation now that the army is going forward. And if he's not able to build more scouts, which he isn't, then he will definitely have some issues defending the mill area here. He's going to lose the berries. And therefore, he's also going to lose a lot of his food income as well, which he needs to sustain the scout production. And one scout is already dead. So this is looking like a very, very good moment here for T90. He's definitely taking the advantage here in the early stages of this game. And as I mentioned, guys, Sicilians being very defensive right now. Okay, whoever just got a little heart attack, raise your hand. Raise your hand, because I freaking got a heart attack right now. Because that is the last thing I was expecting. I was like, is there a fire alert going on here, or in the apartment, or what's going on? Man, that was... Whew. Cool down, Jordan, cool down. That was... That was crazy. I didn't expect that alarm to go off at all. I guess he misclicked there. And yeah, I love the move by T90. He's just going for the stable now. And that's the perfect usage for the men-at-arms here. And look at that. We have 11 army against 3. Like, Lyx is in such a bad position. He's in such a bad position. I cannot even explain how bad the situation he is. Like, it's crazy. Ditchy, thank you so much for the 3 months. He's finally adding the archer range. Yes, he has a very healthy amount of farmers. No question about that. But what he needs now is skirms. And he also needs to get himself a blacksmith. He needs to have fletching and in best case even padded archer armor. Arthur, what the hell? And yeah, T90, ideally he switches to stable. Yeah, he has done that already, right? So that is just perfect play by T90. You can definitely tell that he's been grinding very nicely. And he's in full control, guys, of this game. Really in full control. This men-at-arm into archer into scout build is very strong if your opponent goes for the build which Lyx is going for. Right? Because it feels like T90 is countering Lyx on every single level as possible, right? Okay, T90 not paying attention here. Might be losing a villager now. He will be able to save it. That pathing, man. Yeah, that villager is going to go down. No! It didn't go down! What? How did that one survive? Crazy. And Lyx, I feel like Lyx is playing completely off. That's not the Lyx I know. He's playing passive. He's playing a bit sloppy. Interesting. He has accumulated himself a very nice amount of scouts now, finally. So I guess the farms are kicking in, but I still see that T90 has a vast advantage here. 39 villages against 38. Bloodlines coming in now for T90 as well. And if we are thinking about that, we have on the one side T90, which is going to have the combination out of scouts and archers. And on the other side, we have Lyx having the scouts plus skirms. Which army is going to be more better? What do you think, guys? It's obviously going to be the scout plus archer. Right, so T90, he's setting himself up very, very nicely. And yeah, Lyx is really struggling here a lot. Lyx will have better micro. I'm not too sure about that, especially if you're fighting against the towers on a hill. Usually not a good thing to go for. Yeah, now for T90, however, is going to be... It's going to be tricky, because he has to make a decision. How much does he want to invest into Fuel Age? Or does he risk not producing any army anymore and try to be greedy and go for Castle Age? That's the most important decision now. What is he trying to go for? And he has chosen to go for full Feudal Age aggression, right? He is adding more stables. He's getting the upgrades in for his stable units. And man, it feels like Lyx throughout the entire game has been on the back foot. And T90, he has been really showing off the great practice he has been putting in throughout the last weeks. And man, he is in a complete dominant position here. Camping this hill here very nice as well. I like what Lyx is doing right now. He's trying to get some damage in with these scouts here. But if we look at it, T90, yeah, he is walled here fully, right? So he will not be able to do anything here, Lyx is. And other than that, everything seems to be very secure as well. So I don't... Yeah, like, the scouts in theory could be doing something here. Oh, it's open! Am I blind? Okay, good that I'm not playing. Oh! Oh, let's quickly check that. Oh, there's a hole! There's a hole! And T90, he should be committing to fighting the scouts with the villagers, which he's doing, right? He's doing that. He's losing a few villagers here. But still, I would even claim that this was an okay trade for T90. Because he has all the presence now. And these scouts are capable of doing so much here right now. We have 14 army against 25. 42 villagers against 44. So Lyx, indeed, he has the slight lead in terms of villagers, right? His economy should be stronger. But it's about scalability, right? It's about scalability. And right now, T90's army is just scaling so much better. That's the thing. Archer, scouts, better than scouts only. The problem is, for T90, however, is that he's not really able to go for the juggler right now. That's a word I learned yesterday, thanks by the way. And yeah, he needs to be ensuring that he's not taking too much damage here in his base, because that's exactly Lyx's strategy, right? He wants to be defensive with his skirms and the well-placed dungeons. And in the meanwhile, he's going to try to get any raiding in as much as possible, right? He's not focusing right now. Okay, he's redoing that. And now he will be able to engage into that, right? In theory, if he was paying attention. Arden, thanks so much for the prime. Very first time. Welcome a lot. Oh, very well welcome. And yeah, I feel like T90, he will be struggling right now to yeah, okay, he will be losing a few more villages here, but T90 still should be fine here. Yeah, 45 or 44 against 43 and 27 against 16 army. Yeah, I don't think right now that T90 is going to take any damage anymore. Yeah, this will be now fully played on Lyx's base. And look at that. Lyx, he only has 8 scouts, or 7. While in the meanwhile, T90 has 20. So, yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen, right? And with these scouts, they are fully upgraded. He's capable of doing a lot of damage. And he's also flirting with the idea to go for Castle Age as well, right? So, T90 had a, let's say, 1-2 sloppy situations where he was counter-raided, but overall his position is just so much better than Lyx's, and now he indeed is going for Castle Age. And in the meanwhile, Lyx, he is really struggling to get any economy going at all in terms of gold, right? 2 archers are blocking this very nicely as well, and T90, he just has so much more army, 27 against 16. So I don't see that happening, guys. T90, he should have this game. The only way he could lose this one is, in my opinion, if he's focusing on economy too soon, and lets Lyx go cast Age himself, and then Lyx goes for very crazy 1 TC, 4 stable knight all-in play, while T90 not having the proper defense to defend against that, right? But I just don't see that happening. Lyx, he didn't even have bloodlines. Yeah, that explains a lot. He had forging and scareboarding armor, but no bloodlines, which is the most important upgrade for your scouts here. And yeah, T90, he must be enjoying his position right now. Yeah, you can take that fight on the hill here. And this spear, that spearman, that just didn't want to fight. Just did not. And yeah, no villagers killed here this time for Lyx here. But T90 trying to do the quick walls with the gates. That's not going to be too successful here. And yeah, T90 nicely going back here. He is reaching Castle Age with 2 villager advantage even compared to Lyx. And that definitely tells the tale. Lyx is usually not the type of person who is going to resign too early. No! I was even waiting that T90 reaches Castle Age, and I was waiting for 2 seconds if Lyx calls the GG. And I didn't see it, and I was like, okay, now I can bring that comment. And exactly in that moment, where I already spoke what I wanted to say, he comes up with the GG. Crazy stuff. Okay, we have Goth against Spanish on Regicide Fortress, and that feels like a very bad matchup for Lyx at the beginning. So with Conquistadors, you're capable of doing so many cool things, right? So Yeah, let's see. I'm also surprised by the fact that Lyx has assigned Spanish to T90, even though he knows that there's Fortress in. Yeah, but then again, it's very hard. Wow, Lyx. I feel like Lyx is playing a bit sloppy here. Are they still picking each other's civs for the qualifier? Yeah, it's like this civ picking for the opponent is always going to be there, no matter in which stage in the tournament. Is Mitch in the map pool? Not for this one. But you have Yucatan. If T90 wins against ACCM and Song Song, he might face Jordan. Exactly. But then I'm questioning how high is the likelihood of T90 beating ACCM. Oh, we're not in capture age. Thank you. Thank you, Chupta. Yeah, got it. How does the map draft work? You ban one each and then you select 2 maps in a best of 5. Lyx isn't used to a start with TC. Will the new civs be allowed in the main event? That's something we haven't decided on yet. We will try to decide on that the next days. Do you use stop micro or still attack with 2 micro archers? I'm still playing around with that. Not a clear answer yet. Most of the time I'm using patrol. How does it work picking the opponent's civ? Who does it first? Or do they do at the same time? No, it's first your opponent picks 1, then you pick 2, then he picks 2, then he picks 2. Stuff like that. Jordan, man, love your input into Age of Empires 2. Maybe the age. God bless your precious soul. There, Demon, thank you so much. Okay, guys, let's focus a bit on the game. I will quickly undress my sweatshirt because it's getting a bit too hot. So, let's take a look into Nick Man, thanks so much for the prime. Let's take a look into the exploration. So T90 has explored fully his side of the map, I would say. He has full vision of the... No, he doesn't know where his secondary gold is. He knows the third one. But he has found extra gold as well. And this extra gold is for Lyx. Let's see if he has scouted that already as well. And Lyx building a market in blacksmith here. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense for him to go out there. Yeah, exactly. He's going to build a house here. He will wall there. And he will wall there. That means, guys, he will have an area here, which is going to be completely safe, right? Nikov, I was literally saying exactly the same thing. It's like, Lyx giving Spanish to T90 even though there is Fortress in the game. That sounds wild. Definitely wild. Yeah, so what Lyx has to do... I mean, the way Spanish against Goth work in this matchup. Spanish, they have to try to make something happen early on, right? Because I feel like in Imperial Age, even though Spanish is a great civilization in Imperial Age, I feel like due to the trashiness of Goth and their capability of spamming so many units, it could be hard for Spanish to fight against Goth. So, yeah, let's see. Let's see. But yeah, Kong's Champs is... Yeah, I mean, I'm always scared of the fast production of Goth. But yeah, in the hindsight, Spanish is still fine against Goth and Imperial Age. But then again, I'm assuming that from T90 we will see early aggression. Okay, maybe not. Maybe T90 is just building 2-3 conquistadors to get the relics, and then he's fully focusing on booming. It doesn't sound too unlikely. Can T90 just FC castle drop and Monk siege push? No, I'm not a big fan of that because like Fortress is way too big. Right? You have way too many possibilities to save yourself. Huh? What is Lyx doing? He's taking Strone there instead of there.
Thank you for Resurgence and Medieval Brawl.
Oh, this is so bad. Chipta, thanks so much for gifting us up here. And Xiknox, thanks so much as well for the 3 months. We went for through the maps, right? And it always seemed fine. And now, in this occasion, we see the main stone. Oh! What? What? No way. No way. The scout is faster, guys. The scout is faster. Oh, it was a debate. It was a debate, guys. Confirmed. Oh, just imagine. Just imagine T90 losing this king here. Whoa. Imagine how crazy that would be. Okay, so Lyx, he's going to go. Okay. Just. That king is never leaving the cast for next 10 games. Yeah, that's true. Okay, guys. If you're looking at Lyx build. I think, honestly, Lyx is not playing at home. I think so. Like, he's giving me another heart attack. I was looking at, like, is there a fire alert again coming? Like, what the hell is this? Man, I will not cast Lyx games anymore. The town bell always makes the thing that you know, something is going on. So guys, he has 3 town centers. He has gone for heavy plow, for bowsaw. He has 6 on food. Let's look at the TC idle time. Rising, rising, and rising. This is the first thing I'm buying. I'm not even sure if I have Town Bell as a hotkey, but I never use that, right? Like, who needs that? Man, T90, he will have such a huge lead. Like, T90, he's going to have such a good position. He's going to have such a great position, guys. Hallelujah. Let me quickly check something, guys. I need to see if my opponent is decided already. I hope not, then we can cast a bit longer. Yeah, it doesn't look like... Yeah, it doesn't look like that. Yeah. So we still have time, guys. Oof. Man, that is... It's crazy. T90 almost losing the king to the castle. And he is now 47 villagers, or 10 villagers ahead. 49 against 37. Idle TC time 4 or almost 5 minutes to 240. This is crazy. And T90 now going for 4th TC. So I absolutely love the way T90 is playing this right now. Just had some conquistadors to get map control, secure the relics, I suppose. Yeah, and he will go into the Imperial Age very, very comfortably. And he is just having such a huge advantage. Yeah, Lyx has heavy plow, but still, it's not worth it in my opinion. When are you planning to visit India? I don't have that on my list yet. Can Spanish really hold in mid-imp against Goth? Yes, they can. Like, Conquistadors and Champions, as Nikov pointed out, is going to be very hard to deal with as Goth. You can just have to rely on your production being overwhelming, but that's going to be a tough one. Because most of the time, it's not like Goth has a very good economy advantage as well. They don't. I think what Lyx will have to try to do, I suppose, is maybe some sneaky Castle Age aggression, where T90 is going for Imperial Age and is being caught off guard. That's sometimes a thing you see. But, man, it's going to be tough. T90, he has 4 TCs. I love the way T90 is playing this one. Very smart. Very calm. Except losing the monk there, the king almost. And now, T90 is going to be such a nuisance. I think it's nuisance. To Lyx here because the conquistadors are in. And I promise you guys, the monks are not going to get any conversion. Maybe one. I know the way monks are working against conquistadors. Or nothing. Nothing. You seem to be very calm and not concerned with the king. Yeah. Oh, T90. Yeah, okay. I mean, Lyx did a good job here. Lyx with the monks has 3 more range compared to the conquistadors. So you're always going to be super annoying with those monks. But what are these? Oh, T90 expanding on the map. Getting more outposts here. So he will be having a great vision here as well. Ooh. The only thing missing for T90 right now is heavy plow, I think. Yeah, you want to get heavy plow now. And a torment coming in as well for T90. So he wants to... Wait, a torment? Yeah, with a torment you're able to convert the opponent's monks. And that's something which is going to be very surprising for Lyx here. I'm really surprised by the score being so close. Yeah, okay, 400 apart. 69 villages against 84. That's massive. 15 village difference. Looks at this procaster crushing players, man. He's good, man. He's good. And we're talking about Lyx here. Oh, 1 conversion is in. Yeah, but Lyx, he realized that T90, he has a torment. So having the monks now as a defense is not going to be a thing anymore. But the good thing for Lyx here is that he has decided to switch to skirms. So skirms are going to be a good choice against the conquistadors, but only if they have all the upgrades and if they have ballistics as well. They don't need armor against the conquistadors because they're going to die anyway. No matter if they have armor or not. Yeah, 99, 100 villagers against 80. And this is looking so good for T90 here, guys. He's also getting the relics in, no? 2-2. I'm sure he's going to get this one here as well. And yeah, T90 looking in a dominant position here, guys. And with skirms, you need around 10 skirms to deal against that, right? So that's going to be annoying for sure. Let's see how my bracket looks like. My opponent is still not decided yet, so we will have to wait. Or what means we wait? We fortunately can continue casting this game here, and T90, he's going for Improvage now. And getting in the economy upgrades, heavy plow, gold and stone mining upgrades. And Lyx in the meanwhile, he can go up to Improvage himself as well in a second if he... I will just call it abuses the market. He will abuse the market? No, he will not do so. I mean, the good thing for him is he has hand card, right? So that will boost his economy very nicely. Lyx capable of walling this one off. And the focus is going to shift here onto the middle. Due to the fact that here we have the main gold for Lyx. So he wants to... he has a huge interest in defending this area here, right? And T90 is fully aware of the extra gold here by Lyx. So he wants to attack that, right? He wants to prevent Lyx from getting that. Meanwhile, T90 being as lamey as you can expect from a procaster. He's taking this one very seriously. And we see halberdiers coming in. Or pikemen coming in for Lyx here. So he's expecting T90 to go for paladins. And guys, Lyx, he's completely caught off guard here. Because we see T90. I love that move, by the way. T90 is going for men-at-arms or champion line. Oof. He will now get the confirmation that his opponent is indeed going for men-at-arms. And Lyx, in theory, he wouldn't need a castle here. But he will not have the stone for that in time. So now he gets the men-at-arm upgrade as well. And how well is that going to be? Is T90 continuing building Conquistadors? He's going for Trebuchets right now, and he's going for Conscription as well. Right now, guys, T90 is playing a flawless game. Completely flawless. There's not one single mistake I've seen so far from him. He's going for block printing as well. You can definitely tell T90, he's taking things seriously. And he has, you know, prepared very nicely, I suppose. Very nice decision making by him. Lyx now reaching in privilege as well, but he is trailing down 32 villagers. And just right now going for perfusion. I just don't see him having the economy to sustain the army production he would need to be able to defend this. I just don't see it happening. Having a castle here would have been such a lovely thing. And the fact that Goth don't really have the possibility to build stone walls, like this would be an ideal position to build stone wall. Okay, I don't think we will see an engagement because Lyx is just not ready for that yet. We have the two-handed swordman upgrade coming in the next 2 seconds. A bit too late. That's an okay engagement for Lyx here. He's able to kill the monks most likely. So that was good for him. But in the meanwhile, I'm not the biggest fan of the fact that T90 is investing so much in the monk upgrades, because they're not going to be too useful, I think. Let's see. And yeah, now the traps. That's crazy. He has 4 traps already. And T90, he doesn't have the economy right now to go for champions, or yeah, for the champion upgrade. So that means that Lyx should have the slight advantage here. And the trap is that trap is really surviving. And now we will see 45 military against 42. Let's keep in mind, guys, Goth have cheaper infantry. So you don't need as much resources or economy as your opposing player. And we see a great fight for Lyx here. Yes, the castle is there and it's super annoying. But man, T90, he doesn't have the chainmail armor in as well. And it looks like Lyx is able to push T90 back a bit. But I think what he's doing right now is he's overcommitting. That's what I have the feeling on. He should go back, try to mass more army. And yeah, he realizes, oh, damn, I don't have any gold income here. Only this one and this one. And he's going for guilds right now. Don't ask me, please don't ask me why he's going for guilds. I don't have any explanation for that, because in my opinion, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And Lyx, he has still good resources in the bank. And he has 120 villagers, guys. The trap, he wants to go into the melee, I think, right? In the melee fight as well. Someone wrote me that on YouTube, that it's called melee, not melee. So I'm trying to memorize this. Guys, we have 8,400 score against 8,000. Lyx is back in the game, guys. And that's just insane. I would never expect that to happen, right? And now we will have T90 adding Conquistadors, though. And they have such a great output of damage. What Lyx needs to do right now is he needs to ensure that he's capable of getting as much unit out as possible. And it looks like he's going to be able to do so. Guys, Lyx is crushing the fight here. He will be able to kill all these 3 trebuchet. And that will also mean that Lyx will be capable of killing this castle here. And man, this is... I would never expect that. And I'm sure you wouldn't have as well. Lyx still has 4 trebuchet. And like T90, he's really struggling right now. He has 42 army against 35, yes. He's getting in the army he needs right now. He needs to get more conquistadors. But it looks like he has 10 conquistadors right now. And he's not planning on continuing the conquistador production. And that is the biggest mistake for him right now in this game. Because you need the conquistadors. You are not able to fight against Goth with the same units. Right? That's just not gonna happen. 130 villages now for Lyx. And guys, Lyx has now found himself the position where he's comfortable, right? He has the resources he needs, he has the economy he needs. He just doesn't have the unit spam he needs right now. There are no production, like no man at arm. Now finally he's producing champs again. No, he's not. He's one. Why is he not producing? Okay, he's going for Huskulls. I guess he wants to go for elite Huskulls. He wants to go for elite Huskulls here, yeah. Okay, champs are killing these houses here. And man, the conquistadors, they are going to be an annoyance here. Or a nuisance. Nuisance. Man, this is crazy. Never expected that one. So 130 villagers against 138. T90 has acknowledged that his villagers were indeed enough. And he has taken the right decision to delete those. That means he will be able to get more army out. Conquistadors, yeah, there's no way he can fight that right now. Lyx is. But still, T90 is going for the long one. He's going for 45 walls. He's going for blast furnace and also padded arch armor. So we will not see conquistadors from him, but we will see most likely hand cannoneers coming in because he went for chemistry, right? And that's exactly what you need. And that's such a bad fight as well for T90, isn't it? Yeah, it's a bad fight for T90. Because it's also uphill. Yeah, let me think about my comment again. Yeah, I feel like Lyx is... Oh, great move for T90. Lyx needs a castle here desperately. Needs a castle. If he doesn't get a castle there, he's always going to have that problem of dealing against those annoying rains. Right? And yeah, here in the middle... I just have the feeling that Lyx does not have the APM, it looks like, to sustain the GOF production. Right, and that's something which is really painful because you need to have good APM to play GOF here. You definitely need to, because literally your army is going to be a bit weaker, right? Because they're missing the last armor upgrade on their infantry, but they have just so much more production capabilities here, and now the traps are going to go down as well for Lyx. Nice snap by T90, and it feels like Lyx has slowed down right now. Castle should have been placed here. That way, if the castle is here, it secures that area and that area more than just this one. This castle most likely, yeah, it's going to be up in time. He has ballistics already, so this castle is going to do so much for him. But T90, he should have traps here pretty soon to be able to siege down that castle here. Okay, let me quickly check if my opponent has already been decided. No! Perfect! So that means, guys, we can continue casting this game. Woo! Good stuff. Yeah, the right-hand side, Conquistadors are going to go down against the skirms here. Guys, what do you think? Who is having the lead right now? Because I'm honestly not sure. We have still 2 relics versus 2. Where's the third one? Does anyone see the third relic? I don't see it. Oh, it's there! Oh, it's there. T90 has it now, finally. It's not gonna be game deciding. And that's exactly the issue here for Lyx right now. Imagine having a castle here. Then he would be able to save that area, but that's not something he's capable of doing right now. And yeah, he is forced to send all his army here to this north side. Lovely quick walls by Lyx, so he will be able to delay that push. And yeah, the right hand side, Lyx in theory, he needs a castle here as well. Oh god, the timing is amazing. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Somebody has to clip that. Somebody has to clip that. That's going into my highlights for sure. Hallelujah. Yeah, if Lyx is getting that castle up, and I don't see any reason why he should not be able to do so, he will be in a good position here. And T90, I feel like, guys, he's kind of falling apart here. He has only 60 army against 70. Yeah, still, this is going to be a longer one, guys. This is definitely going to be a longer one, but I'm not the biggest fan of that engagement as well for T90. He is losing a lot of champions, yes. Granted, he was able to snipe 1 trebuchet, but I don't think that's really worth it. And now Lyx is coming in with a lot of champions here, and he will be able to snipe down all the buildings here. And Lyx, he's reacting to this, right? So he will not take too many losses here as well. Ooh, this is a nail biter. I think the quality of T90's army is better, because he has hand cannoneer in there, while Lyx doesn't have that right now. And Lyx, he is really struggling for gold right now. He has 1,300 gold in the bank, yes, but he doesn't have any gold miners right now. Only the 5 he has here, right? And that's going to be a problem. T90 sniping or cleaning the champions here as well. And guys, believe me, this is such a hard fight because there is action going on so many different places. And it feels like T90 is getting the better position here. He has 200 population still. And Lyx, he's struggling. He has 160 population, or yeah, 160 population. And he's going for conscriptions right now. So, that's a toughie. That's such a toughie. And now the champion raid. I think this champion raid here is going to break Lyx's neck here. It really feels like that. Man, Lyx, he has so many resources in the bank, but he's not able to get those units out onto the field. He's just not able to do that. I make the prediction now, guys. I think T90 is going to grab the W. I really think so. Just the way it looks right now, it feels for me that he is setting himself up just better than Lyx. It feels like his APM seems to be higher. And it seems like he's just having the great maneuvers here. Oh, the TC is going to go down. And these hand cannoneers, they're not going to be able to cut it. And now, the trebuchet. Man, what are these guys doing? Okay, they're able to redeem themselves. But, oh, okay. Saved it. Bomber cannons coming out now for Lyx as well. 60 army against 68. So that's very close as well. But the score, guys, the score is getting closer and closer. And I feel like T90, he has now managed to take the control. He is able to get a good position on this hill. And now he will be able to snipe down that cast, most likely, without losing too much in exchange. Because his hand cannoneer, they're saving himself. Saving the bombard cannons here, right? And meanwhile, nothing is going on here. Mill has been replaced, so we can fully focus on this place here. And I think what T90 should be doing right now is fully focus on this place. There's no need whatsoever for him to switch the focus on raiding right now, because if he's getting this position here, I don't see how Lyx can be winning this game anymore. Score is super tight still. Both players are around 160 population, but just the quality of unit seems to be better for Lyx here. And for T90, and also he just has such a great castle position here. That's just insane. Economy upgrades are in for both players, so there's not a big difference here. And the bombard cannon is going to bite the dust as well against those champions. 123 villages against 107. Lyx, he has lost a lot of villages in the process. He has lost 90 villages in this game. Wow. 90 villagers. That's crazy. That's definitely crazy. And T90 is winning. Yeah, I see that. Ayre, thank you so much for the prime. T90 is winning, guys. And I don't think Lyx has too many tools anymore to fight against that. Because he doesn't have gold income. Yes, he has gold here, but there are only 5 villagers grabbing that gold here. And it feels like T90 slowly but surely is taking the upper hand in this game here, guys. And why is my opponent not decided yet? Like, come on. What is this? What is this? And relics are gone now as well. Yeah, they're not putting any gold into the gold bank for Lyx anymore. Right in the north coming as well. A lot of villagers being killed, and yeah, Lyx had a hole here. Lyx, he's scrambling now, guys. 150, 160 population against the 200 of T90. And guys, T90 has managed to clinch a 2-0 victory over Lyx. Phenomenal play by T90. I'm sure he is super happy about that one. Captag, thanks so much for the prime, by the way. And yeah, very nice. I'm happy for T90. The grind he has been putting in definitely has shown off in this matchup. And yeah, this is maybe the beginning for T90 to pursue a professional player career now. He has done it the other way. He has first become the professional caster and now going for the professional player while still being the professional caster. Don't feeling threatened. Oh yes, for sure.